Good afternoon, Tom Ginn, G Force. G is for gratitude. Over the last couple weeks, I was introducing the Go Giver, and I'm holding off on working out of the book up until February 11th because Bob Berg, the author, is going to come on and we're going to talk about the laws that he tells that story around in that book. So I just want to let everybody know that the Go Giver is going to be featured by this man right here, world-renowned public speaker, author, many different books he's written, number one bestsellers. So Bob Berg is coming on February 11th. We're going to talk about the principles and the laws in the story that he's written, The Go Giver. The Go Giver. So I just want to make sure that everybody's turning on their notifications for that. I will be putting and posting that out, so you can go to my Facebook and click on the reminder, and you'll be notified for that interview. It's going to be a dynamic interview, no doubt about it. I'm excited to have Bob come on, and he's so appreciative. He saw my live stream, and he's friends with a business colleague of mine, and she made that introduction, and he's excited to come on and share what he knows and what he's been sharing to help people improve their lives personally or in business, because the principles are the same. I always say that we are in the business of life, and we've got to treat it as a business. We've got to have the same intentionalities. We've got to have the same visions and goals that we would set for a business. And gratitude is one of those elements that does that. Gratitude, it eliminates negativity, um, gives us a different perspective. When things are tough or we have disappointments or setbacks, going to place of gratitude reframes everything. And it gives us an opportunity to respond versus react. So we can move forward through whatever it is in front of us, or we can celebrate, become even more joyous in what's happening, but just being grateful in that. So we get a couple comments coming here. Just want to acknowledge those. Victoria, how you doing, young lady? Just stay on here. I got a great analogy today. Tag and share. Um, turn on your notifications. Share this out. But I like to always start out. That gratitude is a foundation of what I call opens the doors or the gates to positivity. And when we understand the power of gratitude at a very deep level, everything around us changes, no matter what it is. The gratitude is a very powerful principle that I use in my coaching and helping people better understand how to get through the difficulties of life, so that you're either going to be one of two things in life: a victim or victorious. And that's a decision. But gratitude sort of sets a stage, gives you a place that you want to go to. And I always like to say that what fuels your day? What fuels your day? When I wake up in the morning, the first thing I go to is gratitude. Gratitude. And I'm so grateful for this moment. No matter what happened yesterday or 20 years ago, 50 years ago, yeah, they have some value. What can we take away from it? But don't live in the past. Take away those things that success leaves clues. Draw on those, build on those. So does failures and disappointment leaves clues. If you know what they are, you can eliminate them moving forward. This moment is the most important moment you have in your life. No matter what's going to be happening in an hour from now or next week, next year, this moment is the most important moment. And how we look at it, how we deal with it, determines what's going to happen in the next hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Guess what? There are no guarantees. that we will even get there. So cherish this moment, no matter what's going on. So I was going to, continue diving into gratitude and around the Go Giver principles. Bob Berg's coming in. I'm really excited to meet him personally and hear his story. But what fuels your day? And I believe if you start filling your tank up with gratitude, watch what will happen. Watch what will happen. Make that a discipline. Make it a priority. And it's not just on the surface. I'm so grateful that I got a cup of coffee. I mean, that's part of it. Why are you grateful? You know, if you're getting coffee at a barista shop, be grateful for the person that's taking the time to put their heart and soul in making you a good cup of coffee. Be grateful for where that coffee come from and how it got here and the people that toiled in the field to grow it. When we can get deeper in our gratitude principles, we become more appreciative. And we become different when we dive deep into gratitude. It's very, very powerful. The book that I started this program of is that Gratitude Works is a 21-day study on gratitude. And the world record for writing gratitude statements, I encourage everybody to write at least 3 to 5 things that they're grateful for today or this moment. And not just say it's sunny outside. I'm glad it's warm today, but it's not warm here in Wisconsin. It's very cold and snowy, and we're going to have minus 15 degrees. But I'm grateful. I'm just grateful that Mother Nature gives us an opportunity sometimes to just slow down and chill out, is the best way to put it when it's 10 below. But gratitude goes a long ways. It's a principle that changes everything. You know what? My mentor that had passed here last year, a business friend and mentor associated with a business organization here in the Milwaukee area that I picked up the reins on, is excellent in business, advisory board, and Chuck Harris. And in his teachings, and every time he says, what's the one thing you could do today different? What's the one thing? And if we really focus on the one thing in relationship to where we are and where we want to go, what's the one thing that'll get you there? It's such a powerful thing. As many times we get hung up with all the clutter and the noise, the sounds, and we don't know what the one thing is anymore. But when you're clear on your vision, your purpose, and why, everything that you do becomes very clear. Is it supporting it? What's the one thing that you can do today to move your life forward in a positive way? In a positive way. So that's going to lead to the day being a personal development coach and understanding human nature and understanding how we're influenced in the world from the time, even before when we're in the womb, all the external forces, what your mother was feeling, and all those things are influencing you as a human being. What we hear, what we see, over repetition becomes our belief system. Whether we're children and we're influenced as a child, who you are today is accumulation of the predominant views that were given you and opinions and beliefs by age 7. The beautiful thing is that if they're not serving you, you can change them. But you can't change them because you read a book or you just aware of them. It takes work. It takes a process to unprogram your subconscious. See, 95% of everything you do is controlled by your subconscious. The things I'm saying to you right now, your subconscious is evaluating and making a decision. It's going to dictate whether you're going to respond or react. You're already pre-programmed to respond to what I'm saying. If you're not aware of it, you can be in trouble. So today I want to give you a live example of what happened this week. I used to play not professional. That was my dream and passion, was play professional football. When I was a young person, I was highly touted high school recruit nationally, including Notre Dame is where I really wanted to play. That was my big dream place. But I got injured and I lost my hope and dreams. And it took me several years to get myself back into that place again. But we are accumulation of what we hear, see, and believe. And I like to use as an example what happened this weekend. I'm a big football fan, understand football, and not as avid fan as I used to be in the past. But this weekend, the San Francisco 49ers, where I'm from originally, and the Green Bay Packers were playing. And I wasn't really concerned who won. I just wanted to make sure it was a good game. I just enjoy the game. So I didn't have a real favorite I was looking at, but all season long, I'm going to tell you what happened with the Green Bay Packers, why they lost that game. Everybody says, yeah, the special teams lost the game. Sure enough, the mistakes they made lost them the game. But see, it didn't happen on Saturday. It happened at the beginning of the season. When they first few games, their special teams, their kicking game, and all those special teams were performing at a very low level, not up to expectations. And so this is the analogy. So what we hear, what we see continuously is going into our subconscious. So your subconscious doesn't know whether it's good, bad, but if it continues hearing it over and over again, it becomes the reality of which you operate from. Your behavior is formed. Your disciplines are formed. Your actions you take are formed. So all year long, every week, the media was saying, boy, that their special teams suck. They're not performing at the levels. They're the last in the league and this and that. And after a while, the players may say, well, no, we're not, we're good. But the subconscious is hearing, seeing the print, the TVs, the radios, even the coaches. How are the coaches addressing a low performance? Are they reaffirming what they've been hearing all week, that you guys are far below your capability? It's how you communicate. So all year long, that's all they heard, that the special teams aren't performing at the level they can. They're last. They suck. All this negative thoughts. And the players may not even been aware of how it was impacting them at a psychological, subconscious level. How did the coaches communicate that? Did they reinforce it, or did they try to help them change their mindset at a subconscious level? Have them to believe differently, get them to focus on an outcome differently. They're probably focusing on the problem versus focusing on the vision of the outcome of a successful play. What does that look like? See, that's half the winning in sports, is having a clear visual picture of what a good tackle looks like, what a swing in golf is, what a perfect shot follow through is, what a perfect pass is. It's a visualization as much as, and then repetition of reinforcing a new idea changes belief systems. I absolutely believe what I saw in that game was a manifestation of 17 weeks of programming that you're not capable. You're not worthy. You guys aren't good. You guys suck. Whatever terminology you want to use. And it manifested in the poor performance. In the biggest way that caused them to lose that game. Now, the defense played great football. The offense played okay, but if they would have had better special teams, it would have been a blowout, no doubt. So what their belief systems and their performance has been programmed into them, was programmed into them, their belief system. Hearing it daily, hearing it from their coaches. It could have been how you communicate to get people to change behaviors and beliefs. It's how you communicate. So I just believe what we saw Saturday, the Green Bay Packers blowing up on special teams, a true manifestation of the law. Your subconscious doesn't know the difference, and you will perform at that level. You will have habitual behaviors that will support it. And I think that's what happened. I think that was a true explanation of what happened on Saturday. Absolutely, the 49ers won the game, but it was given to them by the special teams. The better team on paper and everything else was the Green Bay Packers. But one element of the team, thinking and beliefs, manifested the reality what they're thinking at a subconscious level. And I think if you interviewed each one of those persons and track the results back, you can track back. This is what Bob Proctor trained me in: is you can take the results that you've gotten at this moment or collectively, and you can track it back to your thinking at a subconscious level, your belief systems. See, this is what's true, and all psychotherapists and all psychology will tell you: you can't outperform a belief. If you believe internally that you suck, you're going to not outperform that. If you believe that you're the magnificent player on the field, the most dynamic actor, singer, dancer, if you internally believe that, you will then institute behaviors to support that belief. Your subconscious is subjective. It doesn't evaluate. It just takes what it's given it. And it dictates our habitual behaviors, the actions we take at a subconscious level, no matter how gifted or smart you might be. The subconscious is dictating your results. So I just looked at that game, and I took the analogy, and I kept hearing it all year long, that this is the Achilles tendon. This is the thing they're not performing. This is the area that could cause them to lose a game. They kept hearing this all year. And guess what? It became a reality. The law always works. The law will always work. That's why it's a law. It's non-man made. So we just saw a demonstration of the subconscious individually and collectively as special team units to cause the destruction of that game. That's my perspective. That's what I saw. And maybe a little bit of an understanding of how we operate in success and failure. If you hear failure or lack or fear over and over again, that's how you're going to perform. Maybe somebody wasn't believing in them at a higher level, communicating in an area not of what they're screwed up on, but what their capabilities are, and showed them and demonstrated that encouragement to change their belief. So that's Tom Ginn's analogy of what happened Saturday with the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. See, everything in life operates by law, our thinking. Your first thoughts dictate which direction you're going in that moment. And the beautiful thing, if you can recognize the negative and how to flip it and change it, you can instantaneously change that energy and your belief system to move and stop the negativity. Boom, just like that. But it takes work. Got to be aware. Got to be aware of your thinking, because what you think, what you hear, and what you see, if is influencing you. And if you don't like how it's influencing you, have the control of negating it. And I believe gratitude is one of those areas you can negate negativity and apply the different techniques to give you different results. So that's today. G Force, G is for gratitude. I call gratitude the mortars between the bricks of life. It controls how our relationship, our spiritual life, our business life, everything else is controlled by gratitude. Opens the doors to happiness, peace, joy, and love. Opens a whole set of different doors, places we want to be. Changes the neurochemistry when we go to a place of gratitude. When we go to gratitude, keep in mind, we can only hold one thought, one image at a time in our mind. Now, it may be fleeting, may be fast, at the speed of light, but in reality, you're only holding one thought, one vision, one picture in our mind. You get to control the next frame by your thinking. So, with that all said, I'm going to just acknowledge some of the other guests. Victoria came in, and Warren Cortez came in. Thanks much, Warren, for jumping in. Everybody have a wonderful day. I am so grateful for this moment. And I truly mean that. It's what I do with this moment dictates the next moment. So with that all said, everybody have a great day. We'll see you Wednesday. And we'll dive into a different topic on gratitude. See you then.